So we just talked a lot about some of the missteps brands make when they go out to the public, the customers, the consumers. Can we talk a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes that may have led to that? Yeah, because I feel like there's got to be, you see brilliant work, there's a foundation.
Right.
You see the other thing, there's a foundation.
There is a foundation. It's a shaky one, but it's there. I think the number one misstep that happens before the phopology happens is taking advice from the wrong people about what to do next.
Yeah.
Let's just be 5-year-olds again. Let's go back to that.
Can we please?
Yeah, it'd be fun. And we would be so much smarter.
Indeed.
Right? Because we're still intuitive.
Yes.
If you upset someone and you want to apologize and you're deciding how to do it and what's going to make them feel whole, who's the right person to ask for advice on that? Your parents? Someone who's completely not involved in it at all? Like someone who has no sort of similarity to the party that was harmed? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably either the party that was harmed or someone or a group of people from the community of the party that was harmed.
I was just about to say, if there's people in the context of what happened, if there are shared experiences around that, but if not, you go to the person.
Right. And I mean, it's dangerous, right? When you rely on folks within that world of corporate fragility of any background. Like imagine, I won't name a company, but I work at XYZ company. Something terrible happens. There's a lot of feedback from consumers. We realize we were wrong. We want to apologize. And it's harming a community that, 0.2% of our workforce is a part of. We go to the most senior person of that community and say, here's what we're going to do. What do you think? That person isn't really incentivized to give you a real answer.
Yep. Oh, well said.
And also, it's not their job to be an expert to all of a sudden step into the role of being a PR consultant or a crisis communications consultant.
Yes.
So go find one of those who has deep experience with the community that was harmed. I'm not saying they need to necessarily be of that community, but they need to have the depth of experience.
Yes.
And it's always better to also find a way to consult the community themselves. It's so easy now these days to find experts who might not be sort of in the corporate machine, but are accessible through their voices online, who do one-off sort of consulting projects, who are available on Intro for whatever, $500 for 30 minutes to talk to. Use those sorts of creative resources to sort of pressure test the approach before it goes out. What is motivating us to go this route? That question is one I often really like to bring up with clients because it can help you sort of see the holes yourself. And if what's motivating you is, well, I want to make sure that we get this right so that I'm making this up, but our board, doesn't think we overstepped. Probably not the right motivation.
Right.
The motivation's got to come from a place of centering the community that was harmed. And ultimately, if you do this work right, even if whoever those folks that you think might not appreciate a sort of approach that is beyond, taking the advice of whoever you always work with on all of your PR stuff, right? They're going to be happy about the outcome. So as a steward of a brand, that's all you're concerned about. You're not concerned about it. And this gets confusing, right? Because of that fear. And it's understandable. But what those who succeed know is that sometimes you got to have that bravery, like you said. That's why the cost of leadership is high, because it takes being able to take a little bit of, even if it feels like an emotional or perceived risk, in order to get the right outcome in the end.
So well said. And yeah, that the why of why are we actually doing this is so important, because it's so easy, especially in this fast-paced world. I don't want to get cliche, but it's very easy to ready, fire, aim.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
it's a great point on timing. There's a big debate about this, right? If you wait too long, is it bad? Yes and no. The pendulum can always swing back. The longer you wait, perhaps the more force with which the potential reaction can feel disarming in that moment. But if you get it right, it's going to be worth it.
Oh, yeah.
So take that time that you need, not too much,
Yeah.
but if it is a matter of days or weeks. And again, even if you need to say, we are really concerned with the amount of feedback that we've gotten, and our team is working together to decide on next steps. We look forward to communicating with our audience very soon.
Yeah.
You know, something like that can buy you a little bit more time. And again, it's okay to buy more time if that time is going to pay off in a way that is valuable to the party that experienced harm.
Yeah. Audiences can tell who's doing the work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's 90% of it. If you're doing the work and you're genuinely trying and it is coming from a clear, authentic place of really wanting to do good for good's sake, and you fall on your face and smash, you might end up being more endearing than like nailing it on the first
You
try.
will end up being more endearing.
Yeah.
We love a comeback story.
Absolutely. That's psychological. That's just like a psychological fact.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's so many examples. You know, I talk about a lot of them in the book, but I'll just name my alma mater, PepsiCo.
Mhm.
Everyone talks about the Kendall Jenner ad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't great, but they've done so much more since then.
Uh-huh.
Really effective, responsible marketing work. A lot of investment in the space, and there will be more mistakes, and that's okay.
Yes.
That's the cost of doing business,
Mhm.
right? But we are going to remember you for what we love about you more so than what we didn't like,
Yeah.
especially if you handle it in the correct manner.
Yes.
I hate to always bring up Bud Light, but I mean, you know, a case study is a case study.
Mm-hmm.
I think part of the reason why that story sticks so hard is because of how poorly it was handled.
Yeah.
It could have so easily been handled
Mm-hmm.
in a way that would have taken 24 hours.
Yes.
We support
my
our
God,
creator.
You're so right.
We support our creator. We're a beer for everyone.
Mhm.
Moving on.
Yep.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's all they need to do.
Yep.
And again, unfortunately, the forces, those fears, led to a perpetuation of discussions that ultimately were bad for the brand.